You floaty one, ain't you, Nene? Anyway, hey together, I'm Aaron the Black Dragon, and welcome all of you to another part of Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected. So, we started off this little I say, takes about 10 hours still, depending on how fast we play. Anyway, this little extra content that we have for Xenoblade Chronicles, and we started it off. I still recommend you, even though we haven't had any spoilers for the main game right here, there will still be a few references, hints and whatnot to the main game, to the base game. So if you don't know anything about the base game, have not played through it yourself yet, or have not watched the full playthrough, I recommend you do that first so that you do not get spoiled as to the end of Xenoblade Chronicles. Anyway, with that said, now in the second episode as well, let's move on forward. We saw a little something over here, and we have a marker there, and it looks like there's a little village. So let's have a look over there, also collect some item orbs because I just definitely want them, because I'm greedy. A Moro Cop. A kilo pumpkin. Wow, that's a heavy pumpkin. Well, not that much. Also, we can't do anything. Companion escape, but we can only look at it. You'll need a special tool in order to mine here. Interesting, isn't it? Wasn't like that before. We're gonna go into more detail about that later. Anyway, hello!
Many bird people here.
Are there really only high end tier living here?
Oh there, strangers.
Oh, hello.
I see. You've had a rough time of it. However, I suggest you steer clear of Alchemoth. Even if you do somehow get there in one piece, don't expect the transporters to be running.
Oh? Why's that?
The thing that shot at you was no defense platform. It was a monster we've taken to calling the Fog King.
The Fog King?
Yeah. Suddenly showed up in Alchemoth a few months back.
From what I gather, you're from the Imperial Guard. Are the swords you carry just for show?
Taking a sword to it is folly. It laughs at our attacks. It's like hacking at smoke. Blows pass clean through it.
Must be Ghost. Ghost not shoot beams, dum-dum.
So that's why you call it the Fog King?
We fought in defense of our home. We were ready to die, and many of us did. But in the end, it won us nothing at all. The Fog King's attacks tore into us hard. Eventually, we gathered the High Entia and anyone else we found, and gave up the capital, so that we might live.
How awful.
My grieving heart belongs there. Our heartland, our capital. Yet I cannot even mourn it.
Maxis,
Huh? Yes?
please, you have to tell us how to get inside.
Shulk, be serious.
Boy, are you hard of hearing?
I heard you.
Then you should know better.
No matter the situation, we have to go. If I fix the junks, we can all leave this place. Then, once we're in Colony 9, we can make plans to retake Alchemoth.
No point.
Why not?
Shulk, do you think we took all that lying down?
Huh?
We're not stupid, you know. We did all we could. It's true. I want to go home. But that's a dream that won't come to pass, and it already cost too many lives.
Maxis,
I understand where you're coming from. Still, I have to be blunt with you. Let it go.
Now what?
Judging from the speech, I can't see us convincing him.
So this means we're stuck here?
Quite a predicament, Empress Melia.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I humbly beg your pardon. Gelgar, at your Majesty's service. Formerly of the Personal Protection Division of the Alchemoth Guard Regiment.
Is that so? Then the pardon is mine to beg, Sir Gelgar. And please, dispense with the Majesty.
Perish the thought, your Majesty. The recent war has rid us of the wicked purebloods. A new age dawns, and we half-breeds are chosen for its caretakers. With you, Lady Melia, as our shining paragon, I cannot but address you as Majesty.
I have no patience for wheedling. Especially from knaves who spit on their ancestors.
I would never dream of doing such. I merely spoke plain truth, no more.
As you wish. But the Majesty address is burdensome to me.
If you absolutely insist. Until you deign to acquiesce, Lady Melia will have to suffice.
So kind, Sir Gelgar.
Make no mention of it, Lady Melia.
Sir Gelgar, we really need to get to Alchemoth, no matter what.
Ah yes, I have heard your exchange with Maxis. Hindering the Empress's triumph. A narrow-minded fool, if ever there was one. To begin the authentication process, one must raise their hand to the transporter. The device is configured in such a way that only some of the High-Entier in this land and the Imperial family may pass. Hence, Lady Melia should not have the slightest issue activating it.
A similar mechanism to the tombs, then.
That's our ticket into Alchemoth.
Yes.
Tasty news! Friend Gelgar is good friends! Kind thanks, Birdmister.
Not at all. I am but a humble servant in Lady Melia's employ. If it not displease my ladyship too grossly, may I offer you my companionship on your journey? I have a modicum of skill with the blade. Please rest assured.
I appreciate the offer, but must refuse. We do not lack for strength.
Indeed. A great shame. Should the need arise, I shall remain ready to serve.
Certainly. By the way, Sir Gelgar, this outpost appears to consist of naught but soldiers. Where might all the other refugees reside?
They dwell beyond the Grandel ramparts, which lie below this point.
They live at a remove from you, then?
Yes, because of the Machina who live there.
What do you mean?
Might you have forgotten? When the war broke out, it was the Machina's treachery that lit the fuse. Were it not for them, we needn't have lost our brethren and our home.
You couldn't stand the Machina and thus moved away?
Precisely.
But the war is concluded, Sir Gelgar.
Some simply cannot let go so easily.
Melia, shall we go see for ourselves?
Ah, yes. Very well. Sir Gelgar, we will take our leave of you now.
Do please take care of yourselves. You'll find passage to the capital through the Cragmore Caverns.
Sir Gelgar, thanks for this.
See friend later. Please to be extra careful of self.
The same to you all.
Visiting shops. We can now visit shops. Anyway, Sir Gelgar is a character that the first time I played this immediately rubbed me the wrong way, and even now he still does. He is not someone that I myself would recognize as a likable character from an instant. Anyway, weapons, armor, need any of those? I'm gonna take a look at the stuff that you have. But I'm not gonna buy any of the stuff that he has. So as you can see, for Shulk we cannot buy anything different because he has his Monado. But we can take a look at the stuff for the others, if we so think that we wanna buy it. We have some money, and the stuff that we can buy is in fact better than the stuff that we have at the moment. I'm not gonna use it, however, because it's expensive. I'm gonna skip on all of the side quests here, because we're not gonna make a 100% thing. I'm gonna deal with a lot of them probably off screen again, just so that I can get myself up to snuff with level caps and whatnot, so that we do not have to level grind too much in the actual episodes. But you are relevant. Whatever shall I do? Well, what is your problem? Hello there. How would you feel about assisting me in my research? Come now, don't make those faces. It's an easy task, I swear. I'll take the grimace as a happily, ma'am, shall I? See, I've developed this tool for exploiting ether deposits, a common ether pick if you will, and I'd like you to test it out. You're still looking uncertain. Struck down by my apparent genius, it's a pickaxe. No, not really. Oh, of course, you're used to being able to mine ether deposits on the Bionis with run-of-the-mill tools, aren't you? Apparently. Well, that won't work here on the Bionis shoulder. The deposits are too dense, so you need a specialized implement, i.e. this. Previous iterations of the ether pick were pretty heavy machinery, though, requiring training and the licenses to operate. So, to cut through the rigmarole, I looked into developing one that even lay people like you could use right from the go. If your wording weren't like a douchebag, I would be much more inclined of assisting you. If you prove me right, I'll even let you keep it once you're done. How about it? Yeah, sure. Oh, you'll do it? Well, that's just grand. See, I made the thing, so it wouldn't mean anything if I only tested it myself. Thanks. I used to have an assistant helping me, but they seemed dissatisfied for some reason and ran off before I knew it. I cannot imagine why. Just mosey on up to an ether deposit, have the common ether pick, and use it to give the deposit a good thwack. Do let me know how you got... I cannot say that sentence apparently. No problem, leave it to me. Douche. Well, let's see what we can do with that water ether deposit. According to Coronel, I just have to pick and give the ether deposit a good... it's whack what they say, but I love thwack so much more. Alright, let's see what the common ether pick can do for us. Sounded okay? Huh, was that supposed to happen? We have a broken ether pick. Maybe it's malfunctioned? We should let Coronel know about this. You messed up.
Hey.
Thanks for that. I have to say, I didn't expect it to break so easily, though. Right, give it here for a minute. I see. So the problem is durability. Alright. Due to the higher ether density on the Bionis shoulder, it seems it crystallizes into a form that's perfect for gems. Just reinforcing the pick isn't likely to improve the yield in practice. Thank you all, this has been a valuable learning opportunity. I feel like I can take my research to the next level now. I did want you to have a common pickaxe as thanks, but now that it's broken, it won't really do, will it? Well, that's too bad. I'll just have to give you the old retail model instead. Like I said, it's got its kinks, so it requires a trained hand, but it's better than nothing, right? You should be able to use it to harvest decently high purity gems from all around the shoulder. Saves you time crafting. And we get the Ether Pick. Thank you very much. Obtaining gems from ether deposits, it's the same as it was in the main game. You go up and then you just harvest. The difference is we do not get just some unrefined stuff that we need to melt down ourselves. No, we get the immediate benefit of everything. We get the gems themselves. But apparently none for weapons, it seems. Well, didn't get a good weapon gem then. Well, got only defense stuff. It's okay. Hi there, Amelin. Yeah, from time is still looking good. I know that it wants me to go the other way, but there is a heart-to-heart down a quiet moment. I should still call them by the name that they've chosen for them, even though it's not what I'm used to call them. Even though I've played this, I'm not used to calling them quiet moments. They are still heart-to-hearts for me. So let's see who we need for this heart-to-heart quiet moment. Well then, let's see.
Brother Sister Pon. Hope they're not giving Mama Pon too much trouble, Buckets.
Nene, there you are.
Something the matter?
Kino's been looking for you. Something about stubbing his toe?
Little Pon never change. Nene will rub back later and go, there.
You're a good sister, Nene. Or maybe more like a mum. By the way, what were you doing out here, Nene?
Nene been reminiscing about Frontier Village, tiny bit.
I see. So, that's where you were living before?
Yep, in Paz, Nene always adventure into Magna Forest with Brother Sister Pon and climb trees every day.
I assume you were the responsible one then?
That silly question. Nopon boys all good for nothing lazy bones. It all too much for Mama Pon to handle, so Nene have to help take care of Brother Sister Pon and Dada Pon all full up.
I wonder what Ricky would have to say to that.
Dada Pon, after he'd chosen for Village Hero Pon, and set off on great adventure with Mr. Shulk. House become total pigsty, hungry little Pon underfoot everywhere.
Wow, I had no idea. Wait, was this after Ricky joined us? So that must mean...
Yep, before Nene became friends with Mr. Shulk and friends here. We actually meet 1 year ago, back in Frontier Village. Dada Pon, stomach rumbly rumbly. Dada Pon, need food. Dada Pon, give grub.
You're kidding? I'm sorry, I feel kind of bad about this now. Though, in my defense, you've really grown. It's almost like you're a whole different Nopon.
In Nopon biology, aged between 10 and 15 often experience growth spurt. That why, when compare Nene now and Nene 1 year ago, it not too surprising if not realize they the same person.
It's still quite a surprise. I never knew that a Nopon could grow that much in a single year.
Now Mr. Shulk no can rely on post-growth spurt Nene more than ever.
We can always count on Nopon. Us Homs could learn a lot from you.
But Nene have these moments lately when get teeny bit lonely. Ah, poor Hum-Hum. Mr. Shulk, such chowhound.
I don't think that was me.
Nene prepared some grub, too sweet. Now, Mr. Shulk, go call Kino and Miss Melia and tell to wash up.
Really, that's... We thought she was so grown up for always taking care of Kino. But really, she's just a kid. No wonder she's lonely.
Mr. Shulk, something happened? Tell me too rumbly to move, or what?
Wait, I've got it.
Mama?
I'll round up all the others. Then after, we can all chip in with a meal. It'll be more fun that way.
Mr. Shulk would not say no.
I'm gonna be totally honest, these quiet moments surely have a whole freaking lot of heart. And that's why I like them. That's also the reason why I like the heart-to-hearts compared to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But yeah, overall I really enjoyed these little moments here. Another half part, that means by now we have one full part. Unless I got another one earlier, then we have yet another half part. Chill attack, finally get something for attacking. And Ether Protect. Well, let's go and... that's not what I want to do. Chill attack. Let's give that to you, Shulk. Because so far we haven't really fought with you. Also, there's something about this place down here that's like, was there something there? Because I feel like there was... Yeah, Companions Form. I remembered it because I wanted to go through this whole place, not for this recording specifically, but for myself, and get all of the lookout points and whatnot. And just every area that you can get so that I have the fully filled up map. And this is one that I missed because I did not think that was gonna be its own thing, but there's a lot of places like that. Also, item for a quest, Bonk, Pororo's favorite. Well, good that we have that right now. Will make my job a bit easier when it comes to just going around and doing some side quests off screen. There's no way for you to get up in there as far as I'm aware, or? No, wait, we can. Sorry. Can we climb that? Ah, we can climb it. Haha! Parkour! It's not like it's doing any good for us, but we could do it. So anyway, except for the quests, there's not really a lot left for me to do here. I still don't have enough money so that I could say, let's go and buy some equipment, because I can buy like 2 things and that's it. So for the rest of this episode, let's move just forward and see what else we can find. I know of at least one more heart-to-heart that's... of at least one more quiet moment. It's gonna be a while until I finally have that one down, but I mean, it's also... I'm also still playing through the base game, just to get the whole things ready. Also another quest item, again making it easier for me in the long run. But another Pororo's favorite, yeah. Oh, those are these. That is actually not making it easier for me. I will need a lot of these. And some of these I won't be able to get for a while as well. Yeah, when I said I was gonna make it easier for me because of that, yeah, nah. Actually no. Never mind that. Got the Navir Crossroad, which is good to have, because that way we have a good fast travel point right in the middle here. So let's swim back over to Chunks now. Actually, in that case, wrong button. I'm just gonna fast travel to it. Mostly because it's up at the end here and I don't want to have to swim over to it. So anyway, another quiet moment. Ooh, but we cannot do this because we need to be further in the story. So not every quiet moment will be available right away, but that's also why I wanted to show this off. It's also why I did not want to swim over here, because I knew that this wasn't gonna do anything. But yeah, even though we can see then and everything, until we're further in the story, we won't be able to get every single quiet moment. There's quite a lot to see. And I'm actually gonna go over there and activate that. I'm gonna be blunt. This cutscene that we're gonna have waiting there for us, or this dialogue, because this is gonna be a big lead in for what we're gonna have to do in this as well. The Cragmaw Caverns. Mama! My farm friends pass here. Please, to hear story. I sense an ordeal in the immediate future. Meh, gratitude for stopping in tracks. What is matter? Matter is... a bit complicated, to be frank. If we can help, we would like to do so. Mama? Although, we've pretty much only just arrived here, so if it's directions you need, we might not be the ones to ask. Issue is not about where to go. Actually, it's about tracking down friends. They get lost? They not lost, no. They scatter to designated locations to perform an ordered land survey. What point of that? Measuring relative and absolute elevation of terrain, plot distance and other such. Oh no, completely forgot to do mandatory self-intro. Qualified, certified, satisfaction guarantied Pond Spectre Tento is name. Surveying new lands is game. Pleasure to meet you, Tento. I'm Shulk, and these are Melia, Nene, and Kino. Pleasure all belong to Tento. My curiosity is a little piqued. Might I ask what a Pond Spectre is? Question is extremely well timed. Pond Spectre is name of elite unit of Nopon surveyors, and Tento is one. Nopon from Frontier Village surely hear Pond Spectre name said in a tone of reverence at least once or twice. Sister Pond have any clue? Nene guess Dadapon might know. Things worse than Tento thought. Long period of suspended activity was disastrous for brand recognition. No! Tribulation is only opportunity in full body costume. Go on, Tento. Have to put best foot forward. Tento and other Pond Spectres actually come to Bionis' shoulder to conduct full and complete survey. But Chief Wunwun, who is brigade leader, forgot to inform of rendezvous point. So though Tento finished own assignment, looks like a creek without pedal. Except all Pond Spectre in same boat. Tento think should probably go look for teammates, but... With monsters carpeting land, probably even veteran Pond Spectre like Tento have hard time. Apart from yourself, how many members does your team number? Nice round 11. 11? I see. This is a vast land, so searching by yourself certainly seems dangerous. Do you know where your colleagues might have gone? Tento have a couple of thinklings. 2 Pond Spectres can probably find, then maybe they have clues for other whereabouts. Alright things, then we go search for first 2. Now wait single minute, Kino. Still plenty of important business we attending to. Tento not get underfoot, promise. Friends look strong, so maybe can go with. That way if seen Pond Spectre somewhere along travel path can help out each other. It's good plan, or what? What do you think, Melia? Do you really need to ask Shulk? We help you look for Pond Spectre friends. Should really be Miss Melia that said that. Really? Oh boy. Tear ducts of Tento welling with joy. Thank you, friends. Can you tell us, to the best of your knowledge, where you would expect your colleagues to be? One was in charge of area between crossroads on way to Companion's Cape, all way to Netheris Necropolis. The one of a bit coward to Tento, not sure he'd do survey job properly. Other one was assigned to area past Cragmaw Caverns, stretching from lake on left side up to Pillar Knoll. Might be having case of screamy abdats at unexpected circumstance, so Tento would like to put mind at ease. And lest friends think Tento some kind of freeloader, let's reassure. When push comes to shove, Tento shove. I feel better already. Thank you, Tento. But of course, Tento most grateful too. Conspector unit, blue team, Tento. Conspector enables special attacks. This is essentially how our party gauge works in this, but for that we first need to find a few Conspectors. But we now have a Conspector in the party. He's running around with us. So even though we can only have a party of 3, difficult to lift my arm like this apparently, we now have a 4th party member around there with us. They are semi-active in battle. And what I mean with that we're gonna show next time, because I'm gonna try and find all of the Conspectors, which means we're gonna go way out of our roads to find them. But thanks to that we now have little markers on the map that show us where some Nopon Conspectors are. One is right around here and the other one is there. But I'm not gonna deal with them in this episode. We just have a premise for what we're gonna do next time. So I hope you all enjoyed it. And you're looking forward to us finding a few Conspectors and helping them with the complete survey of the Bionis shoulder. Or just getting them back together. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it too. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.